12 News at 4:30 on CW starts with breaking news.
And that breaking news is out of Chesterfield. Police now tell us a 36-year-old woman who was reported missing has now been found safe. That news coming in just the last few hours. Officers located Pamela Lutz today. They were especially concerned for her safety because she needs medication. Thankfully, all is well. Turning now to the forecast. After a few showers this morning, we're seeing some drier weather as we head into the night. Good news for all of the NASCAR fans rolling into town. Meteorologist Megan Wise is here with a look at the forecast. Megan, it should be a great night out on the track.
Yeah, certainly should be good timing. Brent.
Loving this weather. Thank you, Megan. All right, more Virginia Union University students are being moved from their dorms because of mold. 62 students were moved to off-campus housing last night. Now, that's in addition to 28 students who already had to be moved from a different dorm prior. Pictures show mold is covering walls and doorways there. So let's turn to AJ Nwoko, who is in Richmond now with the latest.
I'm paying.
Great reporting there, AJ. Now, VUU says it is hiring a firm to handle the mold issue. The university is also providing transportation for all students in temporary housing to and from campus every hour. Still no word on what caused the fire at the former Midlothian Village apartments, but we're getting updates from the new owners of that South Richmond apartment complex. The owners say half of the 33 residents displaced will be able to return to their apartments tomorrow. That's if their units only had minor damage. Families in the apartments that were significantly burned will be put up in other units on the property. The Red Cross has helped many of them find temporary housing. According to the owners there, the building was in the process of being renovated when that fire broke out. More evidence of why drivers need to put the phone down and just keep their eyes on the road. Last night, a driver slammed into a Chesterfield police cruiser on Midlothian Turnpike. Police say the driver did not see the patrol car because he or she was texting. That driver is now being charged. No one was in that patrol car when it was struck. That's because the officer was already outside investigating a different accident. A Maryland sheriff says investigators have found evidence that the woman responsible for a deadly shooting at a drugstore warehouse was suffering from mental illness. 26-year-old Sanasha Mosley was a temporary employee at the Rite Aid Distribution Center. Authorities say she went on a shooting rampage yesterday, killing 3 people and wounding 3 others. Deputies say she was diagnosed with a mental illness in 2016. According to friends and family, she seemed to become more agitated in recent weeks. Mosley later died at the hospital from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Charges are pending against a woman accused of stabbing 5 people, including 3 babies, at an overnight home daycare in Queens. The crime happened around 3:45 this morning. The 3 wounded infants range in age from 1 month to just 3 days old. Officers also discovered a woman who had been stabbed several times in the torso and a man who had an injury to his leg. The 52-year-old suspect was found in the basement with her wrist slashed. Police believe her wound was self-inflicted.
There was one.
Police say a butcher knife and a meat cleaver were recovered at the scene. They do not say whether the suspect cooperated. It was an announcement no one saw coming. Henrico will soon break ground on 2 new high schools. The buildings will be replacing the current Highland Springs and Tucker high schools. Now, it's the first time in decades the county has decided to replace school buildings instead of just renovating them. As Tucker High School students show off their school spirit, they're joined by cheerleaders from the other side of the county who are just as excited. It's a county-wide celebration because Henrico will rebuild Tucker and Highland Springs, 2 of the county's oldest high schools.
We are good students, but we're just judged by where we at.
Student Amon Foster Powell is optimistic about what's in store.
The students already learn a lot now. With the new school and environment, they'll want to learn. Even more.
He's a high school senior, so he won't get to enjoy the new building, but a current freshman like Damon Parrish will. So by the time you're a senior,
it'll be done. Oh, Lord, yikes.
He can hardly wait.
I think it would be nice, the school has been around for so long, get some new improvement in there.
Each school is slated to cost $80 million.
So this investment in education is one of the many reasons Henrico's a fabulous community to live in.
New Superintendent Amy Cashwell says Highland Springs students will still be able to attend class at the current school while the new structure is built next door. As for Tucker, they're still figuring figuring that out.
Once we put it out to bid and see what kinds of things architects can imagine as possibilities with the limited amount of land space there, we'll know more about what's possible.
One thing's for certain. There's an energy in the air due to an announcement that came completely off guard.
I think it's actually a very good thing.
All right, now construction is expected to start next year. Board of Supervisor Tyrone Nelson credits the success of the county's mills tax as one of the factors helping make this possible.
This is NBC 12.
Much needed info, thank you. All right, no one wants to get pulled over, but one single mother says a recent traffic stop is changing her attitudes about police. Find out how an officer managed to brighten up her day. And a woman pays a high price for being forgetful, while she claims she's now out of $35,000. Rap mogul Suge Knight has pleaded no contest to a voluntary manslaughter charge. He will spend 28 years in prison. Now, this stems from an incident nearly 4 years ago when Knight ran over two men outside a Compton, California burger stand. One person died. Knight had gotten into a fight with one of those men moments before. He was charged with attempted murder and hit and runs. Because of the plea deal, Knight will serve 28 years in prison. We have an important 12 on your side alert for anyone who drives a newer model Nissan. The automaker is recalling more than 215,000 vehicles because they could catch on fire. The recalls include some Muranos from 2015 to 2017, Maximas from 2016 and 2017, Pathfinders from 2017 to 2018, and the 2017 Infiniti QX60. Nissan says the anti-lock brake pump could leak fluid, causing an electrical short and starting a fire. You can find more details on the NBC 12 News app. Amazon launching more than a dozen new devices today, including a smart microwave. The $60 microwave works alongside Alexa, so you can say things like, "Alexa, cook frozen vegetables." It even includes a popcorn ordering button. The company also revealed several other smart devices, including a smart wall clock. Pre-orders are underway for most products and they'll ship next month. All right, we all know that feeling of dread when you see flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. Well, for one Washington mother, that feeling quickly changed with a traffic stop that brought her renewed faith in humanity. Jamie Tompkins has the story. All right, Rivera says he's been handing out those $25 vouchers for several years now. He says he gets them from United Way and then shares them with families in need. All right, that's all our time at 4:30. Have a great weekend.